Hello everyone, it's Moonkin FVW back with yet another episode of the RCT3 challenge. In this episode we're tackling the LIM launched roller coaster. So basically a roller coaster with a powered launch, a couple of inversions, and this roller coaster that I'm going to be designing in particular is going to be inspired by Poltergeist or Poltergeist. I think it's Geist. Someone can correct me. And this is a very compact launch coaster with a big cobra roll. And then it starts on with some, it has some very quick and snappy turns. It has, I believe, a corkscrew or something like that. So it's all very compact to this one place where, it all goes over that cobra roll and around and, trying to replicate that. And it's quite a busy design. And the supports I will place will be quite a challenge because, again, there's not much room. But that's part of the fun of this challenge. I want to make something that resembles that roller coaster in real life. And also, it's not going to be easy, so to say, to place these supports. So, yeah, that's a nice little challenge here. I'm going to edit the ride just a little bit more to make sure that the launch up to the big cobra roll is a little bit bigger. And there we go. So now we got all the supports deleted. And it's time to start placing the custom supports. Now, I have a lot of pre-made supports that I can copy-paste for, a lot of rides that I make. For this one, it's not going to work because, again, it's so compact that most of these are going to have to be custom fabricated, if you will. And there's a lot of challenges here. So normally I would make, the supports for that cobra roll here that are not that odd looking. It's like the ones that are really sticking out horizontally. But I have no choice because, the track underneath, I can't have the supports hit the track, of course, because that's not realistic. So I am able to make these top supports, these T supports for the cobra roll. And then from here on out, I'm just going to go ahead and try to make or build a vertical support beam for at least for as much as I can. So the coaster is supported properly, but it's not in places where you're going to hit your head or something like that, or it goes through the track. And that's quite a challenge for this one. But I also think that's it's the fun of it. It's an interesting challenge for myself. And I think it's going to look really, really cool. Also, the color scheme I'm going for is yellow with, I'm not sure, like this kind of odd tint of blue, I guess. Which is also the exact, the exact color scheme of Poltergeist. And I think what I will do is I'll add the picture of Poltergeist in real life when we're done, so you can compare it. And you'll see it. You'll see the resemblance probably. So this is going to be us for now. We're just going to go over every single part of the track and see where we can place some vertical beams. And once we're done with that, we can start adding some side supports. So because of course, a roller coaster has a lot of lateral Gs, and one simple vertical beam is not going to be enough to support it. You're also going to have these sideways beams, these slanted beams that kind of take away the force, or are able to take the force, if you will. So we have done just that. We're going to go over our support beams with the vertical cap to make sure that all the beams are connected to the track, which is, of course, makes sense. You can't just make a support beam and there you go. There's room between the support and the track. And from here on out, I'm able to start building the slant supports, as you can see right now. So I'm trying to match them to the lines that I'm using here. It's actually really nice and convenient that you're able to use this grid view, because this way I'm able to see if the place where the beams hit the ground are going to match up with where I'm going to place the footers, because of course that's what I always do. I build supports with the beams, and then on the ground I build these footers, and you'll see just that in a couple of minutes. And of course it's got to align with each other. And of course, since they're supports, they also need flanges, so I'm going to add a bunch of horizontal and slanted flanges as well all over the ride. And you can really see this spider web of supports coming to life, and I think it looks just absolutely awesome. And like I said, once it's done, I'll post a picture of the real Poltergeist, and you can see also in real life that it's just an absolute spider web or spaghetti bowl of just supports. I think that looks really cool. So we're just going over the last few pieces when it comes to the supports, and I think that's pretty much all I'm going to do. I'm not going to do much more because these supports already took a lot of time. So now it's time to place the footers. And because I, using this grid mode, I was able to put everything perfectly. So there's not going to be any supports that don't line up well with the footers. So that is all taken care of. And yeah, that looks pretty awesome. I'm going to plop down my standard station here that I'm a big fan of. Built a queue line. Again, this is not really the main focus. The main focus is just that intricate coaster design, the intricate coaster design with the launch and everything. And I think it looks really, really cool. So I'm about to round off this coaster to finish it up. We're just going to place a chain link fence, and I'm going to do something that I did before, and that is use a special type of texture that you'll see in just a bit. For now, I'm just going to add these launch models, these LIM launch models, and the block brakes, and of course a catwalk at the end of the roller coaster when it goes back into the station to the brake run. And you'll see it right now. So this is kind of like a pavement texture, but I think it actually looks really good with the sand and then some trees around it, and you see that you'll see that right now. So here we go. It's the last part of the track to make sure that there's some foliage around the roller coaster, so not just a boring green field. That really helps. And we're almost done. It's turned out to be quite a nice ride. I really like the way it looks. It's really, really nice. Again, I think it resembles Poltergeist quite well. I'll go ahead and show you a picture of it in just a second. So let's go ahead to the free look view. I want to see a nice little shot here of Poltergeist, of this remake of Poltergeist, excuse me. So here's a picture of Poltergeist, and here is the real thing in RCT, or not the real thing, the recreation in RCT3. And I think it looks quite nice. I think it resembles it decently well. It doesn't have the exact same track structure, of course, because I wasn't looking to exactly replicate Poltergeist, but it does look quite similar. So I'm really a fan of this one. I'm loving this one. The support structures are quite nice. Like I said, it's this spaghetti bowl or this spider web of supports. It just looks awesome. So big fan of this one, really like this one. Again, this is what happens when I have inspiration. It just goes a little bit better because I have a vision in my head and I know what to build. So let's go ahead and write this. Let's see what it looks like. So here we go. Ready to launch. Here we go. Boom, into that big cobra roll. Oh, I could maybe put it a little bit faster, but I can tweak it later. Into that, I'm not sure what this element is here, like an overbank turn or something like that. And then into our half loop corkscrew, then another half loop corkscrew. Pacing's pretty good. So far we are not dead yet, we haven't hit a support yet, that's good. Into our twist and then a corkscrew. I really love this element here. It's kind of like using it as a turn. And some other fast turns. The transitions are a little jerky, but you can't avoid that when you're dealing with such a compact ride in RCT3. But that's pretty good. That's a good ride time too. Plenty of inversions and into the brake run. Nice. Yeah, I really like this one. Big fan of this one too. I like the junior coaster before this, and this one is also really cool. So that's it for Poltergeist, or at least the inspired LIM launch coaster inspired by that one. Really, really big fan of this one. I think I already saved it pre-made. I might actually upload this also to RCT Go because I'm thinking about also uploading some of these recreations or creations to RCT Go. And fun fact, way back, I also made a roller coaster similar to this. In 2008, I believe. You can see some footage here. This is what I created in 2008, and this is what it's like in 2024. Still the same game, but you can see I've grown quite a bit when it comes to the supports. I think this looks a lot better. But anyway, I've been talking too much. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you very much, and have yourself a wonderful day.